Hello, welcome to the next episode of our Heroes Chronicles campaigns presentation with my mode, the Hero Light mode. And let's begin with the third one, the third scenario. And let's begin. Now, in this campaign, in this scenario, we'll get to keep two of our strongest henchmen, of our strongest secondary heroes. So I'm going to choose another battle mage to accompany me to our next scenarios. And now this is once again a small map, but if I remember correctly, it is a complicated one. You have to find some keymaster tents and then navigate through other parts of the map. And so it might take a little longer to complete, but still I think it will be an easy task. And as our heroes grow stronger, it will be easier still to fight off the creatures we encounter. Now, let's see, there's a troll bridge here. In my mode, the trolls are aligned with the stronghold creatures, so you can have trolls in your army without any moral penalty, and so I'm going to use them in this scenario since they are available. Hopefully I can get them in the first week. And yeah, now I was lucky. They is actually available early on, and now Vey is one of the heroes that have new specialties, and there are a lot of heroes with new specialties in my mod, and Vey is one of them. His specialty is plus 350 gold. And the thing about this is that in original Heroes 3, no stronghold or forest hero or fortress hero, and I think yes, and conflux hero had this conflux. There is a hero without specialty, but none of the original stronghold and fortress hero had this specialty, and I thought this was the same, because I think this specialty has to be found in all of towns. At least one hero should have this specialty, and so I made it happen. And I think since I've been playing these scenarios in the impossible difficulty, having a hero with plus 350 gold will be a great asset. And I already chose estates for Desa, my other secondary hero. So yeah, I think they will serve me well in the next scenarios. Now, as you can see, I lost the boars, but that's okay. The trolls are a really good fighting force to have early on. And I will once again focus on building up the economy of my town. Now the game suggests I get pathfinding, and it might actually be helpful because combining logistics and pathfinding will make the rest of the scenarios easier to navigate, because the next scenario will take place in swamps, so pathfinding is pretty much an essential skill in that scenario. It will be an essential skill later on, though I don't usually pick it when I play single scenarios. I think in this campaign you must think outside the box and not use what you usually pick. And since it is might oriented and driven, so yeah, pathfinding is pretty much a might skill, you might say. It's not a magic skill. So I think I'm going to give it to Tarnum as well. Okay, so now we get the first tent. This will give us access to another area. Obviously not this one. This is the last area we have to battle. And as you can see, most of the messages pretty much inform you for what each of the objects does. As I said, the Heroes Chronicles campaigns were meant to be introductory to the original Heroes 3, and so in most cases there are messages like that that inform you of what everything does in the map. Okay, and I'm going to agree with that. I will try once again make my other heroes as strong as possible. And Tessa is pretty strong. She is almost as strong as Tarnum at this point. Now I don't have much to do in right now. Okay, I'll pick that. And I'm trying now to build up the capital and then go ahead and build the rest of the creature buildings. Though I am slowly building Tarnum's striking force, because it is time he ventures a little bit further south or north, I don't know. Yeah, oh, okay, so here's a Cyclops cave. I think there might be benefits to visit that until the end of the week. But for now, let's get south. Now, I will have some casualties here, obviously. Hopefully not that much. Let's get this here. Okay, do. There you go. Almost. And that does it. I have actually picked up armor as well, so I think my casualties will be less each time because I will rely on defense as well. And in the next scenario there are fortresses to be found, so I will build the +1 defense as well and make a Darnum as strong as possible. As you can see, his strength and defense are pretty much evened out. I killed an ambush. Damn. Well, at least I can get as much of them with me. As I said, I'm not going to use any save games, even if that would mean that I lost a hero, but I'm not going to take any further chances here. I lost the battle, but it was with a secondary hero, so that's okay. I will attack it now with Darnum so that I don't forget it later. Yeah. And as you can see, the Master Gremlins I attacked in the battle before remained dead, so it was weakened after all. There was at least one small point in all that. And now trolls do have a lot of damage and strength, so they are a positive boon in my army. And if I remember correctly, you don't get to have behemoths in this scenario, so they will serve as the 7th creature in my army. Yeah, no behemoth layer. But still there is a Cyclops Cyclops cave nearby, and I will try to get it before the weekends. I think I'm going to prepare for that attack right now. And yeah, let's go for Wolf Raiders once again. I think it's a sound strategy right now with Mess Hall, and we'll get Wolf Raiders. 40 of them to be exact. And I think that's a decent striking force for now. The end of the week draws near. I think I can take these rocks now, but I don't know. I'll try it. Okay, +1 morale is good. And let's see. Now that's another benefit of the tactics. As you see, I concealed my archers so that they can attack without any disturbance. And let's remove some rocks as well with the spell. I'm pushing weight so that I can attack later, now that they come near. I will end this rock here and attack them now. Okay, so that does it. Now, as I said, you get a lot of Wolf Raiders in my mod, but their damage was reduced a little, and their stats, so they are easier to kill. You get a lot of them, but you also they're also a little fragile, and since I do use them in almost all my battles right now. I will always be losing some of them, but that's okay. They have a decent growth, so, and in the end I might not even need that much, and just give turn them some more. Now Wei has a lot of catching up to do, experience wise, because the other two heroes are already level 10 and more, so, and Wei has to start from zero. I also built the caravanserai to increase my income a little more. I don't think there is another stronghold in this scenario though, so the caravanserai will only provide with plus 100 gold each day, which is good actually. I will get them back one way or another. I mean, in the caravanserai costs 1000 gold, which means in 10 days you will get your money's worth, and from then on it's only profit. Even if you only have one stronghold in the map, though, as I said, as if you have more than one stronghold and more than one caravanserai build, you get a lot of the income increases, so you get a lot of money from this. Okay, now I'm building this, the Hall of Valhalla, because Tanum will be gone for long now. I think I have enough troops to just attack south and attack this Cyclops defending that gold mine and so on. I will make a bridge of heroes here, and Tarnum will go forth. Maybe it's that. And so yeah, I will get some more reinforcement in this day, so it's okay. So now we learn that Curl has killed one of the barbarian hostages, and I think in this scenario there's also a time limit. You can get past the 3 months, not that we'll need them of course. I think it will I will be over with it in month 2, but still you get a timetable as well. Okay, let's get these wolf raiders across. Now I really wish I had at least advanced tactics, so that these battles were made a lot easier, and hopefully I will get it till the end of the scenario. Let's get to the stables first and then get this mine. Let's attack them. I think I won't lose any creatures over this attack. Okay, so these gloves will get us farther each day, and now we've hit on another border, which means that we have to find the red Keymaster tent. Oh, okay, pathfinding. I'm not sure if I'll get it yet. I will have to see how many skills Tarm already has. I might give it to Dessa anyway, because she's my secondary hero, so being swift will be essential. Okay, I lost some resources, but still, that's okay. There are plenty lying about, and as you can see, Dessa can learn pretty much any spell. I'm going to use Dessa to attack the pyramids as well. And now we found the green Keymaster tent, which means that we can open the area north from here, north from our base actually, and so it's time Tarnum goes back. And in the meantime, the town is slowly building up. I think I can upgrade all the dwellings by the time it's day 1 from the next week. No, I'm not going to have them all. Now, as you can see, there's a new cost in the Cyclops cave. I have mentioned that before, and it doesn't rely on crystals anymore, because as I said, I think that this was something that they did wrong in the original Heroes 3 dwelling cost. I have changed more than that around. I mean, I have changed a few other costs as well, and both in creatures and in dwellings, to make it more well-rounded. So okay, now we have Cyclops. In this scenario, we will rely on Cyclops because we have also the dwelling. Okay, so it's weak of the troll. That will serve us well. Now I'm torn between upgrading boars or ogres, but I think ogres is a better solution. I might not really use boars at all. I don't know. If I have enough gold, maybe I will, but we'll just have to see. No, I forgot the Cyclops here. It's the same, but I will still get them the next day. Let's start with the essential ones. I think I have enough gold for all of them. Actually, yeah. Stronghold is not that much of a expensive town compared to other towns, so I think it is pretty easy to have to buy most of the troops, if not all. Now we will see what's up here north. This I will get the rest of my troops. Let's see what else is here. Okay, you get a little glimpse of castle creatures as well. There will be the Rathians, as they are called, will be the antagonist in a later scenario, and we learn even later on that they weren't called the Rathians back then. They were part of the Brigadoon Empire, and the Rathians were started their reign after the fall of Thanos. We will learn that in the next campaign, so okay, let's upgrade the orcs as well. Now this is one of the typical scenarios of a campaign. There are a lot of scenarios like that throughout Heroes 3. You get your opponent locked up in a place. My opponent is locked up in the northwestern side of the map, and so I'm guessing his town is pretty much ready. All its buildings built. There is a dwelling here, as you can see, a golem factory. So all that Blue does in this scenario is wait for me to come to him, and this is pretty much an easy way you can play a scenario, because Blue is not any imminent. Blue does not pose any imminent danger. He just sits there and waits for me. So I will venture there when I'm ready. I'm going to kill all of the opposing creatures, and then when I'm ready, I will buy all the troops and attack head on. Okay, now this behemoth is ready to drop. I think I will. Yeah, let's attack. I didn't have that much of casualties. Let's have this. I take that. I think what I'm going to do now is, because Thanos will go away again, I will give Tessa my troops to attack here. And as you can see, the pyramid got unique and new background. As I said, I carefully planned each background to fit with the object you attack, and this is the only Egyptian themed background I could get in Morn's Battlefield, which I think is a great mod. You can always find that in Heroes community, and what Morn did is a really great job. And what I did is get these battle planes, rearrange them so that they fit with the new objects or even old objects that can be found in my mod. Now, attacking this, I got Sacrifice, which it has its uses if you don't have a resurrection spell, and that's something I don't have. And this I will not learn earth magic anyway, so resurrection is pretty useless in that context. So I think I might even need to use this spell before the game is over. I don't know. If I lose much of my creatures in the last battle, I might even consider using it. Now what I'm waiting for is for Tarnum to max out on his experience, and then I will give immediately the armies to Dessa. And since blue is locked up, I don't have anything to worry about. I can take my time and make, and even if Dessa maxes out on experience, I will give the army to Vey. Now Tarnum is level 14. I think he's close on maxing out. Now that we have the root, yeah, I think I'll take the pathfinding in the end. And now that we have the red tent, we can visit the last section of the territory we are able to. Let's max it out as we can. Okay. Oh, heal for it. That's good. I can upgrade my orcs here so that I don't have to venture back and have them ready and upgraded. It was convenient enough. Yeah. Oh, the black market. No, that's might be interesting as well. If I can get my hands to a decent artifact, I will buy it. Yeah. Not the great selection of artifacts. The hit might be useful, but I don't think I am going to play a lot. I mean, I think in like 10 minutes the game will be over, so why bother with the +1 Cyclops? Not that it's not useful. Now Vey, I will try to make Vey as powerful as he can get. Let's see if I can. I think I don't have anything else to build. I don't know. Now in my mod there are no creatures that are neutrally aligned, which means that every creature, even if it's only found in the map and not available for hire in any of the towns, is actually aligned with a town. For instance, in the original Heroes 3 and Heroes Chronicles, you didn't get the crystal, the gold and diamond golems in any town, and they weren't aligned in any town. They were neutral, but I changed that, and I think it is better that way. You know, every creature you encounter is aligned to a town, the town that obviously fits most in that creature's description. So yeah, but in the original campaigns these were neutral creatures, but I think that the fact that they placed them here in this campaign shows pretty much that it was their intention to have them loosely aligned in towers. I mean, it is obvious since you get the stone golems and iron golems in tower. I think it is easy to expect that the gold golems, and I think I'll get artillery, it's easy to expect that you can have the gold golems and diamond golems be tower related too. And as I said, for instance, I did assign the trolls to be a stronghold creatures because they fit with what stronghold represents, as well as boars do. Now in Heroes 2, the boars were actually part of the magical town, but they were aligned with the rough terrain. So since the rough terrain was given to the barbarians in Heroes 3, I think they fit better with the stronghold, and not to mention the fact that they are ridden by orcs, so this was pretty much a no-brainer. And now Tarnum has maxed out in experience, which means that it's time for Dessa to take over. Okay, let's get these tables here. Now Dessa will make this fight and this one, and hopefully it will suffice. It will make Dessa gain all the experience needed. I am torn between making Dessa a little stronger, as strong as Tarnum, or having Vey increase his stats, but I think at least for now, I'm going with Dessa here. Now, okay, this is the first encounter with giants and titans in this campaign. That's why there was a pop-up message. But they're not that much. I have enough army to control them, and so that's that. And as you can see, I finally got the purple tent as well, which means that anytime I want, I am able to reach the enemy's base and attack it. And I will do so next week. I will have to master some other recruits and then go and attack. I will get the experience from now on because I have all the gold I need. And so this monolith actually teleports us back into base, so that we don't have to do all this trip. And my town is pretty much built up. I learned some new spells. Now, is there something they didn't visit? Oh, here, okay. Let's go by the stables first and get a little more experience for Way. And now Tarnum doesn't really have much to do. I think now Tarnum will be the scavenger and get me these Cyclops. Okay, I got another level up. Now let's visit the trolls as well. Let's get this, though I don't think that I need that much. And so yeah, it's time that I get to the final plunge. Let's get some wolf raiders as well. I think I am good to go. Let's rearrange them a little bit. Okay. So yeah. I didn't get the orcs, but that's okay. Oh, great. So I was lucky. Some of the blue players' troops were not in town, so I get to kill them first. Now I did make a mistake with the Thunderbirds, but I will try to make it better. What I can do here is maybe haste, I don't know. I'll just get this here to... Oh, okay. That was good. Now I will attack here so that the rest of the fire goes to the wolf raiders and get the rest of my troops here. And he's off. Yeah, Dessa is pretty maxed out, I think. When the new battle ends, let's get this as well. Let's get Darnum here as well. Now this is thankfully he reaches that. This will be the last battle, as you can see. Once I get... Now this is Curl. I used the old yoke portrait from the Armageddon's Blade campaign, and this is actually another new feature. There are a lot of new portraits found in my mod, and both in the Heroes Chronicles and the original campaigns you can see a lot of new faces, and some of the older faces as well, repurposed. Okay, lost all the wolves with one strike. This is the strength of the Naga Queens. Maybe I have to be a little more careful. Though the good thing about the A player is that even though he is placed in a castle, he still will walk over to my side, making things easier for me. Though he does have enough strength to do so, but I think in the end there won't be a problem. And the catalytic component here are actually the Cyclopses. I did give them, there's another new feature here. I did give no melee penalty on the Cyclops Kings as well. And the fact that the reason why I did this is that I think it makes sense, because the Cyclops attack with this large stone in their hands, so if when you have a melee attack, I think I'll get the sacrifice just for the fun of it, so that I can get my Thunderbirds back. And I think the reason that the no melee penalty stands is because even if you get the rock thrown at you by close quarters, it will still make the same damage as thrown at you from afar. So I mean, I can abide with the orcs being better at throwing you an axe rather than wielding it in close combat, but I think the Cyclops Kings should be as strong in melee combat as well. And so yeah, this was the battle, and blue has been vanquished. And so this concludes our third episode. We will be with you next week with the fourth one. This is actually a medium scenario, so it will be longer, but we'll see. So yeah, this is it, and cheers.